Hi, I'm Mike McCormick here from GBTA Studios in San Diego, and I'm here with my three new best friends from our time on stage. James Filsinger from YAPTA, Dina Fredette from Travel Bank, and Becca Rabinowitz from Spot Hero for Business. Guys, thank you so much for taking taking the time and putting yourselves on the line with Mr. Wonderful today. So you're still smiling?
Yeah.
You're still standing?
It was great to face off with Kevin.
Yeah.
Mr. Wonderful.
Well, I think you guys did extremely well, all of you. I mean, that takes a lot of courage. I mean, I'm telling you, in a lot of ways, like, people don't appreciate. That was a big room. You had north of 5,000 people, just a small audience, and to go in front of somebody like that who's, got a reputation for being a little tough at times, but I think you all fared pretty well. Like, you look, like you survived. You're smiling.
Yeah, it was a long waiting backstage. It was a little, nerve-wracking, but we had each other. We had essential oils that were relaxing, and a Lucky Rock. I had my Lucky Rock, so we tried to do, little things to keep the nerves down, but
the rock that was lucky for her that she then tried to give to us, so that was unlucky for us.
So
that's
why she won. So that's how that works. That's how that works.
No, she did a great job.
So James, from you, like, how did you prepare? Were you was it a lot? Were you nervous?
I prepared a little bit and tried to get ready for him. I didn't know what to expect because you watch the show or you watch YouTube videos of him or whatever, and he can come from any different angle. And so I was like, who knows what he's going to ask or what he's going to say. So, I took a little bit of time to prepare and try to make sure I could get my thoughts together a little bit. So
good. Dina?
It's a little bit tricky when you're an all-in-one platform to get everything into a 90-second pitch, but I had a great team behind me at Travel Bank, so they helped me. I practiced, I tried my best to get it all in, but to his point, you just never know with the questions, but I think he was fantastic. He was very pleasant. He kept eye contact. He was actually quite warm, and so it was, once you're on stage, it definitely felt more comfortable than the reputation going into it.
And Becca, for you?
Yeah, I would piggyback off of that. Like, the nerves leading up, not so much about the presentation, but about the Q&A part. Like, there was no prep questions. He could have spoke. There was no guidance. It was just like
could go anywhere.
Just be prepared.
Yep.
So I think that part was like what was a little bit scary, but the speech itself, at least I know for myself, like, that's the pitch that we give to our clients day in and day out. And I also worked with our team, our marketing team, our PR team. At Spot Here, it was a big group effort. I was just the mouthpiece, really. So it was exciting, and he was great. He was nice. Friendly,
good guy.
It's just funny though, like, when you're doing those, what people don't appreciate, and now you all do, though, that you can say all those things, but when you walk out on stage and you've got a room that big, it's not like your normal client presentation. It's a little more nerve-wracking, which I thought you all did really well, it was good. Like, it looked like the adrenaline was flowing, but it all came out like in a good way. You guys all nailed it. I mean, I thought it was terrific. And like you said, the unscripted part is the hard part too. The live television, it's like it could go anywhere. But you could tell. I mean, what's great, all your businesses, I mean, you obviously have your going concerns. You're not coming out, trying to sell,
cupcakes in a jar.
Cupcakes in a jar, but also, another, that was great too. As we were listening to his whole talk beforehand, I mean, the lessons, I knew you all were listening. And it was funny because, you guys all, which I thought was great, if you went through the things of, knowing your numbers, knowing your business, being a passionate proposition team. I mean, all of you already were doing that and showing that, and that's a testament to all of you, and what you're doing with your company. So it was great. I mean, that was for us. It was also, from my part of it, not your everyday occurrence that you're out doing that with somebody like that and trying to produce even a segment like that. So we had a lot of fun doing it, but I will say I had my moments of, like, back before we started, like, this could really go anywhere.
It's a gamble.
Yes, but I think it paid off well, and I know everybody. All I've been hearing is how much everyone loved this segment, and I think it was nice too because they were surprised by the fact that this part of it, right? It was a little bit like, even though we talked about it, you know, people, like when the show started, that you could see people just, you know, hunkered, like getting ready, and they said everyone was waiting for the end.
Yeah.
I had so many people go, well, I was rooting for all of them.
Aww,
I know. It's like, yeah, well, it was
I'll
nice.
take a consolation prize.
Yeah.
So any advice for people, like, as they're, you know, you guys all, like, now you're very, you know, accomplished, and you're being, you know, in your roles now as spokespeople for your companies. Any advice for people who are starting out and first time trying to do something like anything like this in their companies or in business?
Some of the best advice I got was that when you're preparing for something like that, nobody in the audience knows what you're supposed to say. So if you screw up, try to just roll with it, because they didn't know that they don't know you screwed up, right? They don't see the script on the teleprompters. They don't know what you're supposed to say. They're just sitting there listening to what's being taken in. So if a video doesn't play right, or you say something out of the wrong order or whatever, to try to just roll with it.
Just roll with it. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey?
I would say trust the GBTA staff. I mean, I do want to give a shout out to your production staff and everyone backstage.
They were great.
Because they held our hands, they were encouraging.
They
did.
we were nervous.
They were just absolutely amazing. And it does help to feel like you are part of this GBTA family when you're already going into something that feels high pressure.
Yeah. Well, and it was why, too, we put the audience kind of behind you, because we wanted you to feel like they were on your side. You know, and I think they truly were.
Essential oils and a Lucky Rock.
Lucky Rock. No, but just know your value prop cold. Like kind of what he was saying, be able to articulate, because if you are confident in knowing, you know, about know your business inside and out.
Right.
And I studied too before, like, just refresh, like, okay, what were our numbers this year, what were our numbers last year, just because I know he's like the numbers guy. And so, just preparation. And that's kind of what Billie Jean King was saying yesterday about how before her tennis match, she would go and talk to the security person and walk the tennis court, the whole production crew taking us through the walkthrough. That was huge. I thought the rehearsal was almost more nerve-wracking, if not more than the real thing. So I would say, preparation
and can't do enough, right?
Yeah.
Well, again, thank you to the three of you. I think, what did he say something about in his presentation too, like about if you don't know your numbers, you know, about going to hell or whatever. I mean, and knowing your business, you guys are all going to heaven. You did a great job. So thank you again for participating in our first Face-Off, and I thought it went really well. Thanks to all of you. So
thank you.
And I'm Mike McCormick, live from GBTA Studios here in San Diego.